Welcome to the brand new podcast. And this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. For any business inquiries, if you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And that's the same email if you want to make a donation to the podcast, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Free will offering via PayPal. We have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. You can support us that way, as well as our Patreon channel, which we have digital artwork and we do consulting services as well. And we have videos that is not shown on YouTube, www.patreon.com/Evolution of London. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, evolutionoflondon.com, where we have a whole wide range of different products. And that's men's, kids, ladies' clothes, perfume, cologne, and house products in general. evolutionoflondon.com, as well as evolutionoflondon.org for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store, STORE, and that's we added more products there as well. So DVDs, clothes, and much more stuff, as you will see, and then you will partake. evolutionoflondon.store. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars, from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, just to name a few. And if you want to place an order, email the company at royalty9international@gmail.com. You'll find them on Instagram and TikTok as well, Royalty 9 International. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years, so if you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And check out his merch, www.wjaaccessories.com for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ, and if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, PANTHRO 519@gmail.com. And you'll find his links to his website on his YouTube channel, DJ Panthro 519. That is on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share to his YouTube channel, and also support his merchandise, which you will see on the page of DJ Panthro 519. You'll find him on Instagram and TikTok, The Real DJ Panthro on TikTok, The Real DJ Panthro on TikTok. And he will be traveling to Singapore and Thailand very soon. So book if you want him to come to your venue. Again, DJ Panthro. Music, Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube and continue to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. And on the same page of the Greatness 19, the easier way to find Mr. Evolution of London would be on the same page of Greatness 19 channel, or you just type in Mr. Evolution of London, Health and Wellness, and check out the latest videos there. Again, support the machine. Kenzo World. Kenzo World have Afro beats, and if you want to listen to some great Afro beats, Kenzo on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. Check out his album Discovery, as well as his single Adora. You have different freestyle on there as well. Support. Definitely like, subscribe, and share on his YouTube page, Kenzo World. And if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at morekenzo@gmail.com. That's more, MOOR, Ken, KEENZO, morekenzo@gmail.com. Again, Kenzo World. Now the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for creators, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London, both of those on YouTube, rumble.com, just type in the Oracle 19, and finally www.theoracle19radio.com. I believe I covered everything pretty much in today's topic. You definitely find this interesting. Is Canada, or should Canada become the 51st state of America? Should Canada become the 51st state of America? I mean, Donald Trump, president of the US of A, upcoming, second term, definitely say a lot of triggering stuff. But should it? Should United States, Canada, and United States become one? There was a poll that was taken online with Canadians. I have 100%, like 12% think it should be, and the rest definitely don't like that. Canada, this is my personal opinion. Canada, the people, they're really not feeling the United States like that. They're not really feeling the U.S. like that. I talked to a lot of Canadians, hundreds over time, and they don't really feel Americans like that. It's like big brother, little brother thing. They will smile to the United States and the people, but they don't really like them. For the most part, they think, and I'm going by what a lot of Canadians feel. They think a lot of Americans are rude, especially in the big cities like New York, crude and disrespectful, and cities is a little too busy for them, too violent, etc., etc. And they have a valid point. To keep it real, they do have a valid point. And it's like big brother, little brother. United States, this is my personal opinion, United States indirectly bully Canada, and Canada just go with the flow. They have resources in theory to survive on their own, natural resources. They can do business with any country in the world. They very powerful country in terms of economics and natural resources, but being that United States and Canada is attached to each other in North America continent, close proximity, obviously, they follow the leader. They follow the United States. Okay? They follow the United States. And they scared of the United States, my personal opinion, because of the military. Now, a lot of Canadians get this confused. They said we once owned certain states doing because of the War of 1812. We owned, let's say, Michigan. In theory, no. Great Britain owned y'all, and then you had they had claim. Great Britain had claim to Michigan. It wasn't Canada. They was just part of their allies, part of their infrastructure or province or state or whatever you want to call it. But Great Britain owned Canada and they owned Michigan before the trade. Look, I'm just going to pause on the music. Look back to 1763 by the Treaty of Paris. Great Britain acquired jurisdiction over Canada, to be technical. And they, under British rule, Michigan remained part of Canada. So it wasn't like Canada was an independent, country. You only received your independence 1867. That's when you gained your independence, Canada, from Great Britain. And technically, you didn't get full independence until 1982, when you adopted the Constitution, when Canada created its own fully Constitution, and that was just 1982. So, yeah, this is just still recent. So Canada is not looking to be bought out by another country like the US, because they already was under the thumb of Great Britain for many years until they finally got their full independence, officially full independence, with creating their own constitution, as I mentioned, in 1982. So I can see why Canada would be a little salty. You mentioned, Trump mentioned, they should merge with the United States. You Canadians are going to be super salty, especially with no leadership right now. Justin Trudeau had to step down, and majority of people in Canada didn't like the prime minister. For all my people outside of Canada, he's like the president of the United States in terms of title, prime minister, premier. And he had to step down because he was running the Canadian government to the ground. And this is by the population of the people. He's losing popularity. He did a lot of crazy stuff, passing new laws and selling off the gold reserves to different countries where the money is not really backed up by anything. Similar how it is with the U.S. fiat currency. Money is not backed up. It's just a piece of paper. It's not backed up by like gold and silver. It's just a promissory note. It's similar to Canada. Canada followed the United States. But anyway, he did that. Justin Trudeau. I call him Justice, but Justin Trudeau. And he did, among other things, that the population did not approve and like. And he passed a lot of laws that a lot of people didn't like in his 8 years, I believe. So he had to step down because, again, people getting tired of it. So it was a perfect storm for Donald Trump to mention that the merge of Canada and the U.S. should take in effect. Because, number one, you have no leader. And he knew that the premier is stepping down, so it's a easy thing to say. Now, a lot of people at first thinking Donald Trump It's just joking or trolling. Believe me, this guy don't play. I mean, I tell you the truth, I like how he flows. I know it's really off the wall. Let me explain this before y'all guys really get on me. I respect, I don't have to agree, but I respect a man that is bold and tell you what it is. I mean, when he's talking that talk, I just laughed. I'm like, this guy is for real, for real. He don't play. I like that. I really do. I like when a man is just on his business, because that's how I strive to be. He's on his business, like it or don't. He don't play. When he mentioned that, he's not joking. He's coming in a second term in terms of taking it. If you notice how he's moving, this is something. Let me backtrack a little bit and go forward. When a country is failing, one of the things they do is one, go to war, because when you conquer other countries, you gain resources. You ate riches, commodities such as gold and silver, land which has value, people which now can be workers. You conquer a land, you conquer the resources. It makes your country stronger, especially if your country is becoming weak. When the country is becoming weak, one of the best things to do to make it strong again is conquer land and resources from that land. And if you notice, he sent his son out. Really, is when you say Donald Trump Jr., it's really Donald Trump Sr. that is orchestrating everything. My personal opinion, going in, wanting to conquer Greenland, want the Denmark. I believe Denmark owns that part, or they own Greenland. He wants Greenland, the United States to own Greenland, and it has the natural sources and in terms of ships going through and stuff like that, going through, dropping off goods. They go through Greenland to come down to U.S. and Canada, U.S. to drop off uh, goods and other sources. That's one way. It's other different ways, like the Panama Canal. He wants the Panama Canal to be in U.S. control. He's saying this in real time. He's coming in the office now. The man is coming into office wanting to conquer land now. You thinking Canada is one, Greenland is another, Panama Canal is another, and I'm sure he have other places he's trying to map out. He's coming in like a businessman, like a true businessman, right or wrong, up and down. I'm just showing you how he's moving, buying land now or conquering land, and he's trying to make deals and throw propaganda and say, he's telling Canadian government, showing pictures on his social media, him basically standing over, Canada. The little things, indirect things, but he's coming in on business. And he's coming in on buying up land or conquering land and attaching it to the US to a way of getting back on their feet, getting the country back on their feet. That's what countries do when it's on this last leg. They start to go to war and going to war and conquering land and like I said, getting the resources and the people and etc. Like I mentioned, but I'm repeating it again. This is chess at its fullest. Gotta like that. You know what? In terms of presidents, I'm gonna be the first. I ignored a lot. I don't really pay attention to a lot of presidents, U.S. presidents over time, because they're just public relation guys. But the way Donald Trump is, the way he moves, the way he moves, you gotta love it. I mean, I look on the. I'm not looking on his ways, his particular ways. I don't necessarily agree. you agree to disagree, but I like it. I like how he moves. I like how he thinks. I like it. It's business. And don't think he's playing like I told you. I'm telling you, he don't play. Don't think he's crazy. He's not. He's not. He's all business, and he's blunt with it. You get down or you lay down. That's I like that. I like that. Like that. Like that. I really do. And I just stop right there before I end up putting my foot in my mouth, which I might have anyway. But I respect a man that moves with his purpose and is not apologetic. And this is what it is. He stands on business. He stands on business. And this is his moves. And people think, oh, he's crazy. He's just saying outlandish stuff. No, it's a purpose. He feels, and he states why Canada should be the 51st state. Number one is they don't have to pay, you be part of the United States, you be under their protection, military wise. Two, it'd be no border restrictions, cross Canada, basically Canada be the United States of Canada. United States of Canada, it's just, and then taxes, he's right, and taxes be different for the Canadians, be equivalent to Puerto Rico, Alaska. And again, yeah, I mean, but there's benefits for Canada because Canada is like the baby brother of the United States more than the other way around. Canada being under the footstool, United States being on the footstool for Canada. That wouldn't be a good look because there's more people, bigger population. But for Canada to be part of the United States, it won't be a bad look for them. But they're not. Canadian government, Canadians is too prideful. They work hard just to be free or have their own constitution officially in 1982, and that's nothing. That's that you talking 40 years type of thing. They brand new technically. Why would they want to? They just got off from the thumb of Great Britain 1867, as I mentioned. Why would they want to jump right back and be under someone else's rule 40 years later after 82? What's it? 92, 2002, 2012, 2022. Yeah, so 43 years. They just officially got their constitution. And then now they be under the United States, under their constitution. They're not trying to hear that. They will go to war again. Even though they know they might perish, they will go to war again. Now I know that's Canadian saying we this and that. I mean, but would you really want to go military wise toe for toe with the United States if you're Canadian? Yeah, I know. Let's take away the pride because I know you got Canadian pride. They rather die on their feet and all this stuff. Take away the pride and ego. Just let's look at logic. Would you really want to go toe for toe with the United States? And the United States will say, well, and you know what? That's not a fight I would never want. I would not want to see because it's just too close. I mean, Canada have military power too. Don't get that twisted. The borders, places like Buffalo will be destroyed by Canada, will definitely destroy Buffalo and Michigan. They definitely would destroy Detroit. You go 2 hours in Detroit, they definitely will wipe that out clean. The borders, they could reach, United States literally will have to put a strong front at all the borders. Because Canada would destroy that. I mean, they would destroy, I say Michigan and Buffalo and Rochester, right across the border, fire right there. United States will, if you really want to get technical, could send a nuke to Toronto, wipe that out, send a nuke to Ottawa, wipe that out. But the radiation will affect United States because it's close proximity. So who wants that? I'm just saying. And then you already have Canada, military wise, they work in conjunction with the US. So now they in the United States, and because they Canadians, they're gonna turn against the military because Canada does close business on the military level as well. So that's going to look very odd and ugly. So nobody wants to fight. That's like a scrap fight. So they can't go. Both countries can't go out like that. It's too close. It's like I'm fighting. You fighting your neighbor, your next door neighbor. Your next door neighbor is right next to you. So they're gonna throw a rock at your window, you throw a rock at their window. You might have a rifle, they don't have no guns, but they're gonna throw rocks and sticks at your window. You're just gonna spray the place with bullets. But at the end of the day, it's close proximity. People is gonna get hurt in each house. It's really a no-win situation. Yeah, you got the military, you got more weapons, excuse me, you got the gun as a next door neighbor, and you eventually cause more damage because you have more firepower, but you're going to still catch strays. You're going to catch it bad. You're still going to catch it. You're too close. And that's the equivalent to the United States and Canada. United States have more military strength, of course. But United States will catch strays. No question about it. You're too close. Washington Monument might be down. Statue of Liberty might be decapitated. Things like that. Buffalo gone. Buffalo is gone. Detroit is gone. Downtown Detroit is gone. Might want to hit Alaska. Oil rigs. Gone. I mean, things like that. I'm just using that as an example, among other things. So it's not a good look. Canada definitely feels a certain way. They're not trying to hear it. They just basically told Donald Trump, "You can go to hell," and that's just how they feel. There are benefits, I think, more helpful for Canada, but then the laws of Canada have to change, and everything, just the whole system, have to be revamped. Canada is not trying to do that. The currency have to be revamped. That's the easier part, to keep the U.S. dollar. And it's already the U.S. dollar floats around Canada anyway, and it's stronger than the Canadian dollar anyway. I mean, that. But again, Canadians, they're too prideful. They're not trying to hear that. The War of 1812, they always throw out there, the U.S. and Canada. You have to look at how, and Trump mentioned this, the economic, the economic implications of nations merging. Cultural identity, which I mentioned, which is very important to Canadians. Cultural identity. Canada is not trying to lose their cultural identity and become part of the United States. They held to the no. Pride. And that's really mostly what it is. The economy, economic wise, it could help, I believe, Canada in a lot of different ways. But again, the main things is the cultural identity, sovereignty, pride, pride to be Canadian. They're not trying to hear that. And there is a global aspect of what the world, how would the world react to Canada joining the United States. United States wouldn't care, it just makes them stronger. By Canada merging, it definitely will make the U.S. stronger by that merge. No question about it. That is, if that ever became a reality, that would boost in my personal opinion, my humble opinion, that would boost the U.S. economy definitely over 50%. With the natural resources that United States, that Canada have, the oil reserves they have out west and be part of the United States. Oh man, you don't have to worry about paying, paying monies and taxes to Canada to set up shop. American companies and out west like Calgary, it's all being part of being one. Again, Canada's not trying to hear that. So these are the things. Public, there's public perspective, Canadians, Americans, or what, and if they feel is a backlash, and is Donald Trump just saying this, or is he serious? And I mentioned, my opinion, very serious, very serious. There's no question about it. He don't just joke. When he says certain things, he means it. So something to think about. Should Canada become the 51st state of America? Thank you for listening.